No. Hey, folks. This is Hellcat. No, not. Oh, fucking hell. I am tired. It's
So what game are we playing today, Johnny?
We'll think of something. Hey, where the hell is my brain? Oh, God. What a way to start.
Yep.
So how are you doing today?
It's another rainy day, so I'm being lazy as fuck all.
Well,
I was gonna get some yard work done and be productive, and that just nope. That's it really. I mean, I woke up, took care of some house stuff, started playing a video game, and he's like, "Hey, you want to stream?" Yeah, why not? I haven't even really looked at anything online today. Just did you see the new Cinema Sins?
I have not.
They did he did that movie Hustlers,
Oh,
the J-Lo Cardi B movie or whatever.
yeah.
And so I spent roughly 15 minutes of my time to validate why I didn't waste like 2 hours plus. And I still want a refund. Because while Cinema Sins was fine, that movie is so garbage. But yeah,
Good Lord.
Other than that, not much.
Yeah, I did some grocery shopping, and then on my way back, I was like, "Yep, I'm almost done." So I'll give you a message.
Apparently they had a kangaroo come onto the pitch during an Australian rules football match, and he's just standing there, just chilling. This motherfucker's walking up to him like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Let's see if we can get that.
Oh, it was a Now This video. You want me to DM it to you?
No.
Yeah, I was hoping for like Murder and Mayhem or something,
That was from 2 years ago.
Old Kyler's waiting to see if he got the coof. And Cynic's in the chat said that's not unheard of. No, but I mean, I think it'd be cool just one time if,
I'm sure finding a kangaroo at a football, soccer, whatever the fuck.
No, this is Australian rules football. I think that's more akin to rugby, isn't it, Cynic? Am I wrong here?
Okay, so Australian football. It's one of those Stanford tests.
Yeah, somewhat. Okay. Yeah.
Kangaroo is to Australian football as deer is to anywhere in Montana.
Dude, try it anywhere in America.
No, a friend of mine, we went to stay at my dad's house in high school. It's about 5:30, and he wakes up, has to go to the bathroom. So he gets up, goes, gets a glass of water, and then comes out and wakes me up. And it's about 5:45. And he's like, "Dude, you need to see this." I'm like, I get up and I'm like, "Oh, what the hell's going on?" I'm thinking, deer mauled in my front yard by a bear or a mountain lion or something. And this is my hometown, so it's pretty much a town of 1,500 people, if that. And it's out in the middle of the woods, so you could walk 3 blocks and get attacked by a mountain lion, with relative ease. And I go out there, and he points to the front yard, and there's maybe 15 or 20 head of deer. And he's like, "Have you ever seen this before?" And I was so pissed off because I just looked at him like, motherfucker, I grew up here. This is a daily occurrence.
Dude, I lost count of how many times I nearly had a car accident because of a fucking deer before I was even 20. Like they just jump out in the road all the fucking time down here.
I am one of the 23%, or not 33.
What, 23% of the deer cause like 50-something% of all the accidents? Is that what you're saying?
No,
One of those kind of statistics, Johnny?
No, it's if chances are, at least in Montana, it's 2 out of 3 drivers will hit a deer. Like you are almost guaranteed to hit at least one in your lifetime.
Well, I mean, is that counting like pre or post speed limits in Montana, Johnny? I mean, how stacked is the deck here?
All around, they are responsible for more deaths on the highway than I think just under DUIs.
Yeah, but I'm curious though. Are we taking like pre and post together? Are we? I mean, because I think if you guys are driving like 120 doing like Autobahn speeds,
it's
before
collective.
The speed limits, I don't think that should count nearly as much.
It is collective. They gave us speed limits. I think it was around 2000 it was 1998. I think.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're going like Spaceball speed, if you're going like full on plaid, I don't think it should count nearly as much, as opposed to now.
There will be no deer if you're going plaid. That's
just a pink mist and a tuft of fur.
Yeah. Like, I sure hope you have a good insurance policy because it's just going to be, there's going to be nothing left, just mechanical parts and tufts of hair.
Oh man, I was hoping though, like I wanted something crazy out of Australia. Like if this kangaroo's coming up onto the pitch while they're playing, like can we get like a kangaroo mass shooting? Like just all of a sudden, just out of a pouch, like he pulls an AK-47. That would be newsworthy now. This, I mean, just like he came on there to eat a patch of grass. You're talking about grazing rights at this point, and I think the kangaroo wins that court battle, hands down. Paws up, whatever.
With it being now this, it would turn into a kangaroo appropriates American culture by pulling out handgun and righteously slaughtering several Australian football players.
Or that could be the judge in a kangaroo court, and they just decided to hold it on the rugby pitch because social distancing.
That could work.
All those white guys are guilty.
It's statistics. They will be guilty at one time or another.
They're not really playing rugby. They're not really playing football. It's some weird amalgamation. Yeah. Other than that, no, dude, I've not really been doing much of anything today. I'm a little I'm a little bummed that a monkey started doing Crusader Kings as a gaming deal.
Yeah.
Not because I don't like that game or anything. It's just like it's one of those things. I was sitting in the back of my head like, could I play this game for like a gaming stream? It's like, no, that'd be too boring. And then he fucking does it. Like, no, it's just me.
So apparently there is a block Mr. Peanut.
Okay, there can't be that many people that have a fucking peanut allergy. Honestly, I'm calling shenanigans.
I'm still trying to find out why there is a block Mr. Peanut thing.
Kyler says that Aussie footy is brutal. It was on ESPN late at night some years back. I mean, yeah, but they also had the World Series of Poker on ESPN some years back. I'm not taking ESPN to be the end all be all of sports anymore. I'm still waiting for the Ocho. I'll start watching ESPN again when they bring that up, legitimately.
Well, they've been showing cornhole, so it's got to be something.
Hey, man, they had ESPN3. I was waiting for them to get to 8. I'll come back when they actually start doing the Ocho. At least then I'll know that they're just mocking themselves at that point.
Yeah,
because they deserve it.
I'm still trying to figure out what the hell is going on here.
What's going on? I know you're still trying to figure it out, but give me a Cliff Notes version, catch me up to where you are, so we can figure it out together.
I'm
friends.
I'm not getting anything. That's the issue. Apparently, they turned Mr. Peanut into a baby. And everyone's blocking him for reasons.
That's just ableist, man. This poor Peanut has Benjamin Button disease, and y'all are going to block him for that? What's wrong with y'all?
And there was another half.
Wait, wasn't Robert Downey Jr. like the voice of Mr. Peanut there for a little bit? Are they trying to block Mr. Peanut for the blackface that Robert did years ago? That would make more sense to me. It'd still be stupid as all, but that would at least make some more sense.
It says here, YouTube, Mr. Peanut killed off in Planters commercial.
So this is an imposter Peanut, is what we're saying.
I guess. I know that Bill Hader was.
Okay, so these people, they're just blocking this dude for identity theft. Okay, I can see what yeah. I see porn stars doing that all the time. Next thing you know, Mr. Peanut's going to slide up in your DMs, try and get you to join some, cam site or something. Yeah. You've given me a totally different perspective on this, Johnny. I've completely done a 180.
Well, heck, this.
Block and report that fake baby Peanut.
Yeah, I got nothing. Apparently, from back to the Super Bowl. That's how long it's gone back.
Kyler says they aged the baby Peanut up to 21. Oh, so these are maps who are mad that they've aged up the baby Peanut. God damn it, man! What? I'm getting dizzy here, folks. Have I mentioned lately, Johnny, how much I love just talking out of my ass, not knowing what the fuck's going on, but speculating wildly? Because it's fun. It really is. Nothing? Really? Okay, cool.
No, I decided to vacate and go on to the next thing. And let's see, a lot of people talking about Biden's vice president.
Yeah, see that, folks? I'm sitting there just going down with the plane on fire, both engines gone. Johnny, he's already pulled the ripcord, man. He's gone.
Yep, my chute is on, and I am out the door.
So has he named a vice president yet? Because I had heard that, I got up this morning, and I did check Twitter just a little bit. And I saw a Krasenstein tweet, and I was like, nope, that's it. I'm gonna go play video games. What was it? Like they were, what did they say? Because it's one of the top ones too, or it was. Oh wait, no, not the top one anymore. But They were saying something about like supporting Joe Biden's vice presidential pick, no matter who it is.
Yeah.
It's like I'd seen something the other day that said like there's a plane chartered from like South Bend, Indiana to Wilmington, Delaware. It's like, well, what if it is pasty white Mayor Pete?
I would laugh.
I think that'd be hilarious. Like, do you think Joe is so far gone he's forgotten that he would, pick a woman?
Well, he already said he was going to pick a woman, so.
Well, I'm saying, do you think he forgot? Do you think he forgot?
Well, I wonder if he counts bottoms as women. Because.
Well, I mean, that would be very progressive, I mean, it's not gay as long as the balls don't touch, right?
Mayor Pete is a bottom. I'm sure Adam and team would agree with me on this.
That'd be a great campaign slogan for Joe, don't you think? Hey, a mouth's a mouth. What are you gonna do? Yes, I'm wondering if they're actually going to announce that. Wouldn't that be hilarious if Scribe was right and they announced it today, it being a Tuesday?
Yeah. So a lot of people think it's going to be Kamala Harris.
Well, was that like was that a fake that came out like before like the end of last month? They were saying that she's going to be picked VP on like August 4th.
Yeah. Yeah, people are either going for. It looks like they're either going with Harris or Clinton. Is what they're wanting, at least.
Not quite, Cynic. That's not quite the way it works. It'd be his husband would be the second lady. That would be right. How would they change that? Because gay.
Yeah.
That's one of that's the main reason why I want a female president, just so we can get this all out of the way. Figure out, okay, what are we going to call the husband? It's not going to be the first lady anymore. Although I think that would be hilarious if they just put the dude in the first lady role. Like, all right, you're going to pick out the china and maybe redecorate a little bit. Other than that, shut the fuck up.
It would be the first gentleman. Which would be hilarious if Clinton got elected. Because we know Clinton ain't a gentleman.
That just don't have the same ring to it. What else is trending? Because I don't want to talk about fucking Biden any more than I have to.
Yeah, that's on to the next one.
Although that's like the two biggest things. Like the Democratic National Convention announces its speaker lineup.
Yeah, it's funny how the two biggest trending topics are Biden's VP pick and blocking Mr. Peanut.
Well, I've got one. Did you see that the last blockbuster in the world will soon be an Airbnb?
Oh, nice. Yeah, that just popped up on mine.
Yeah, I saw that earlier this morning. Bend, Oregon. I did not realize the last blockbuster was in Bend, Oregon.
Of all places.
I mean, I'll give them credit for that, for keeping it going. Apparently, you can like get like one night in this blockbuster that they've redone part of it to look like a living room that you can sofa bed and everything. You just go through and watch what other movies they got. It's like $4 too. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna go all the way to fucking Oregon to spend a night in a blockbuster for nostalgia, but apparently they do sell merch as well, and you can buy like a blockbuster T-shirt or something to help keep them going. So maybe I'll do that. And there go the fucking dogs again. I should really invest in shot collars.
Well, are your dogs dense enough to not bark through the pain?
I don't know. I don't know.
We had a beagle, and that thing yelped like you wouldn't believe. And so we tried the shock collar, and he barked through the pain. So it was, it went from like a to a louder yelp, like a longer, louder yelp.
I could see the Rottweiler doing something like that. Costing dogs are not evil. They're man's best friend. I think you're thinking of cats.
Dogs are evil and cats are cunts. Well, there is breaking news. Stacey Abrams was not picked.
She was not picked? You mean the duly elected governor of Georgia was not picked to be the vice presidential candidate? I am shocked.
Oh, he's got a selection.
Oh, really?
Kamala Harris.
So they waited an extra week. Oh.
Kamala, I'm withholding evidence, Harris.
They waited an extra week after that. I'm starting to believe that was a leak. Somebody leaked that, and they just went, "Oh fuck, what do we do? Wait till next Tuesday." Okay, yeah, that's it. They'll forget by then, surely. And I'm gonna bet you a bunch of people fucking have. Oh yeah, even the Krasensteins are talking about it. Kamala Harris.
I'm half tempted to put congratulations, a job you didn't have to get on your knees for.
We don't know that, Johnny. I mean,
hashtag allegedly.
What did I say? What did I say about Joe? You know, campaign slogan. Hey, a mouth's a mouth. What are you gonna do?
Like David Tell said, your mouth can't get pregnant.
And cynic. Guess they won't be pulling an Obama and vacating a bunch of convictions.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious if Joe actually makes it to election night. What happens if something happens to him between now and then, right? How hilarious would that be if the country ended up voting for a dead guy for president?
It's bound to happen.
I mean, just that would be if Joe kicks off between now and was it November 3rd? I'll vote for him. Be the first time my conscience is completely clear casting a presidential ballot. Fuck it, he's dead. What's he gonna do?
So what happens if they get to? I mean, if clearly if they didn't get to, if he dies before election day, they're gonna just move on to the next one. Clearly,
yeah.
But if he dies after election day, does that automatically go to Kamala Harris?
I mean, it'd be her first term, technically, yeah. So I would have to imagine if they make it to election night and he's still, if they can still, Weekend at Bernie's him up on the stage and everything. If he dies like the next day, yeah, it's President Kamala.
So how soon after election year do you think Joe's bucket's gonna get kicked?
I don't know, man. Like, are you asking if like he makes it through like the first actual year, like from inauguration to the anniversary, or ooh, depends on how much faster he declines afterwards. But I'd say they'd probably keep him in there as long as they can, and
Holy,
just pull the strings behind the scenes. But as soon as that becomes untenable, then yeah, they cut bait.
I don't think I fully agree with this one, but I'm gonna tweet this to you. I'm gonna send it to you in private chat.
Oh, I gotta pull that up. Okay. Uh, why didn't you just DM it to me on Twitter, dude?
I could just do that.
You could have just done that. Yeah. Want to take a second bite of that apple, Johnny?
And I am.
Because I don't do anything in Chrome except for these streams.
There it is.
Yeah.
That guy is taking major league swings.
So they want us to go all federale on their ass? Is that?
Well, I don't know who they are. Like,
I'm willing to bet you that's south of the border. Jesus!
yeah,
Holy hell, man!
yeah, like, oh, like I don't. Okay, I got.
You can't. Yeah, you can put it in chat, but I would not put that on screen.
Yeah, there is no way in hell this is going on screen. Like, it is. Oof.
Although, I mean, I don't feel too bad. That's not much worse than what I got in school when you fucked up.
Well, I got paddled, but I don't think I ever had.
I never had a traffic stop like that. That's for damn sure.
I never had someone who was trying out for the MLB, paddling my ass.
Oh, so you never got a paddling from like the baseball coach? Okay.
No.
Yeah, that is pretty wild.
Oh, the things you stumble upon. Thank you, Twitter.
Oh, you see Sarah Palin's trending? Do you know why?
No.
I think it has something to do with comparing how she was treated as a VP pick versus how the media is, suggesting Biden's female VP will be treated.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a huge difference. I mean, not that Palin had the set of brains or anything on her, but
oh god, Nickelback is trending. What happened to Lou Holtz? Why is he trending?
who is Lou Holtz?
Oh, he's a college football commentator. He used to be a head coach for like Notre Dame and South Carolina. I think he's won a national championship at least one. I think with Notre Dame. Lou Holtz tells Fox News that college football needs to play amid coronavirus pandemic this fall. Let's move on with our life. When they stormed Normandy, they knew there were going to be casualties. There were going to be risks. Damn it, Lou! I was with you until the end. There, come on, man. Why did you have to bring up Normandy? Yeah, Pac-10 and or Pac-12 and Big Ten postponed 2020 fall sports. Yeah, so it's all the sports that aren't being played, and the Veep stakes. Apparently, the Washington Post has an article about wearing a neck gaiter may be worse than no mask at all. Okay. I just like how it was, don't wear a mask, now wear a mask. No, not that mask, Hey, Terry, how's it going?
Hey, Terry.
I would read that Washington Post article, but I'm pretty sure I don't have any free articles left. I'm not going to do the whole archive or incognito, because incognito doesn't work for half the time for me either.
Well, incognito is mostly for if you were, if you don't want whatever device you're on to have your information.
Canadian rock band tease fans with a cryptic post suggesting something new is coming on August 14th. Fans are excited while the haters fear the worst. I mean, that's probably my favorite thing about getting old is that, now that I don't have to be around other people and listen to their music, I don't really care.
Yeah.
I don't care if Nickelback releases a new album. I don't have to listen to it, so there's that. Oh, they're talking about moochers in chat. Who's mooching off of who? All right, so what do you think the odds are now that Biden wins? Now that he has Kamala as his VP, where do you put it?
I don't know.
Do you think it helps more that they have somebody who's not completely senile to take the reins, or does it hurt Joe because he's already been like, hey, if you don't vote for me, you're not black, and to prove it, I got the black lady cop to arrest your ass.
Yeah. I got someone who's going to withhold the evidence on there.
That is true, Kyler. Nickelback, they've got some catchy songs, but the lead singer's always struck me as a douche.
He is a giant douche.
So that's why I don't like Nickelback. It's not anything to do with like the actual music. It's just that guy seems like a douchebag, and I'm allergic.
Well, he was talking about he was talking about Corey Taylor and how something about Slipknot.
Oh yeah. Like weren't they signed to like the same label or something like that?
Yeah, Roadrunner.
He was dogging on them, and Corey Taylor shot back. He's like, "Dude, I've won like Rock's Sexiest Man twice wearing a mask. You haven't. Yeah. Shut the fuck up." Random is in chat. He says that Kamala Cop gives Biden no chance, or it doesn't improve his chances. Terry's thinking that his odds went down because no one likes Kamala. So, I mean, like, I wonder what percentage of the black vote's actually going to just stay home this year.
Yeah.
Is it going to be like 2016 when like a bunch of Latinos voted for Trump and they're like, well, TYT was like, well, good luck when your family gets deported. Like, whoa, dude. They're not all, here illegally.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Dax, how's it going?
Yeah, he said if Slipknot had talent, they wouldn't need masks.
So, should we get him some masks?
Well, then it would just be them trying to copy Slipknot. So that wouldn't.
Didn't they? Wasn't there like somebody trying to say that Slipknot copied another band? Was it Mushroom Head?
I think so.
See, I'm not really big on like metal or anything like that. Any of the. I listen to like one radio station when I'm driving around in my truck, and that's the local classic rock station.
Yeah, I'm just a punk rock kid. I don't know that shit. I mean, I've gotten into it recently than I have before, and views like that just don't interest me.
Like the only time I ever get pissed off when I'm listening to the radio when I'm driving around doing stuff is when like they have started integrating some more music from like my childhood into the playlists.
Yeah.
And so like it's weird every now and then I'll hear like a Three Doors Down song on a classic rock station. It's like whoa, hold on now, back up.
When did this song come out?
And well, I mean,
dates.
They're for the most part they're legit, because it's usually something that's at least 20 years old. But the one that really pisses me off is they played was it All Summer Long, that Kid Rock song?
Oh yeah.
It pisses me off every time they do it. Because I'm sitting there thinking that I'm gonna be listening. I was like, oh cool, they're playing Werewolves of London. And then fucking you hear Bob's voice, just like, oh, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Can we stop calling him Kid Rock now? Can we just call him Bob? That's his fucking name. Can we call him Bob? Let's call him Bob Rock. He's not a kid anymore. He's in his fucking 40s.
Old man Bob.
Same here, Kyle. Where I'm at, you've got like one classic rock station. Depending on where you are in town, you can kind of pick up like the one like Tulsa pop stations, like 106.9 K Hits is the one. And then it's all like country, golden oldies, like one opera station, not opera, classical music station.
Let's see, we got our one classic rock, 4 pop stations, let's see, 6 6 Christian stations, and one alternative rock station.
Yeah, when like Pandora and iHeartRadio and stuff first came out, I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll actually be able to listen to like some Tulsa rock stations and stuff like that. Because they've got 97.5 KMOD. That was a really good station to listen to when I'd go visit my dad and stuff. Or like Tulsa, they've got 104.5 The Edge. That's like their alternative station.
Yeah.
And I realized, like, oh no, I don't like listening to the radio. I just listen to the radio when I'm in my fucking car.
Yeah.
You imagine? I tried doing it one day, just like walking around the house, like cleaning and stuff. Like, oh, I'll put that on. I've got it on my phone. And the first time a commercial came, I was like, what the fuck is this? No, just no.
So I had a smart TV, and one of the apps on there you can get it was able to pick up radio stations from around the country. And the 2 radio stations I listened to the most were KROQ in Los Angeles.
K-Rock, yeah.
Yeah. And a police scanner down in Dallas. And I would listen to that while I sleep.
I guess I could use it to like listen to like talk radio. Specifically, I think the only talk radio I probably end up listening to probably like a K-Sex, all the porn star radio shows.
Yeah, there was the Pornhub station on Sirius. I used to listen to, and I'm like, there's a lot of fucked up people out there.
Oh, Mr. Dax, he said he's been telling people here, and that's Finland, right? Trying to remember. Finland.
Yes.
Yes. Telling people in Finland that Trump isn't going to win because he's good. He's winning because the opposition sucks. The media here isn't really telling all the news around Trump and the Democrats. Well, they're not doing it here either, dude. I think that's probably the only reason why Biden could possibly win. Like if the media acted like Joe Friday and just gave just the facts, I don't think Biden would have an Ice Cube's chance in Cuba.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see what flops we got coming our way now that the.
Well, you gotta keep in mind the October surprise. There's supposed to be one like every election. Something comes out, like the month before that just completely changes the game. So I don't know what that is. Don't really care at this point. I just think it's funny to, prognosticate because all of this is just smoke in the wind. It's all going to change. Your media uses CNN as a source. So your media gets all their news from like the Washington Post, pretty much. Cool. Because isn't that where like all the CNN shit comes from, is the Washington Post?
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, Terry.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Terry.
How's it going?
Oh, I'm just sitting here smoking a cigarette and thinking about how all of Mr. Dax's news comes from Jeff Bezos.
Well, I was saying to Mr. Dax that South Park. I got a clip from South Park recommended by YouTube, and it was Mr. Garrison versus Hillary Clinton in the 2016 presidential debates.
Oh yeah.
And Hillary's advisors say, "Look, no matter what he says, just say my opponent is a liar and cannot be trusted." I was like, "Okay, got it." And so Mr. Garrison gets asked some question, and he's like, "I got to be honest. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. Vote for her. She knows what she's doing. I never expected to make it this far. My opponent is a liar and cannot be trusted." And so he's practically begging Hillary to just look, get out of your own way. I'm giving this to you. Just accept it. My opponent is a liar and cannot be trusted.
Oh well, I'm even more convinced now that Google is listening to everything we say because I'm starting to get recommendations. Like they put one in for South Park on my YouTube feed, the Washington Redskins episode. It's like, have I been talking about Indians that much lately? Wow, shit.
I mean,
So,
you do,
Johnny, what do you got from IndiansWithAZ.com?
I mean, you do run the Pow-wow stream, or Johnny runs it. But you regularly feature on it, so I think that's a bit of a hint to Google.
I was going to say, between Yumi and Dela, I think we've pretty much got that covered.
But yeah, I'd forgot about that episode with that whole trademark controversy. Was it years ago now? So it's like, oh, that's a nice reminder.
All right, so this one from IndiansWithAZ.com is Ready, Set, Go Virtual. Louis Tewanima Foot Race runs virtually September 6th. No, they're doing. Looks like they're doing a virtual thing. Clearly.
So is it just a bunch of Indians on treadmills, like on a Zoom call, or?
Yeah, that's. Yeah, pretty much. You just take your time on a treadmill.
But I mean,
way to Gabby it there, Camel.
So that's what it is. Literally, just they're all gonna like hop on Zoom and
yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
They're gonna do. Let's see.
Well, I think if they're gonna do that, oh god damn it, Mr. Dax.
Very nice.
Well played. All I can say is if they're going to be doing it on a treadmill, there better be some like peyote or something involved. Let's get spiritual with this shit. Come on. Random, tread lightly.
Peyote and the green screen. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do it on treadmill, you have to add the degree of difficulty to it of tripping your balls off while streaming it to the internet. I think that should make up for any restrictions. That's ridiculous. And you said this is all because like some dude from their tribe won a silver medal in like the 1912 Olympics.
1912. Yep. He won the silver medal in the 10,000 meter run at the Olympics in 1912.
Was that the one held in Sweden?
It is.
Because if that's the one I'm thinking of, that's the one Jim Thorpe won like the decathlon at.
It was in Stockholm, Sweden.
Yep, same one. See, like this is how you know, like, you know, Indians are the real trendsetters, man. We were winning gold medals before they started letting the blacks in. We were the ones beating the white people first. But what is peyote? I've never actually done peyote, so I can't really. It's an hallucinogen. It's if you're an Indian and you're part of the Native American church, you can legally use peyote, you know, for
like,
religious purposes.
Mushrooms, but I think it's from a cactus.
Yeah, it's pretty much like mescaline. You know, they're on par, if I'm not mistaken.
I've never done it.
Yep.
Not yet.
I figured it was people too stupid to spell Pete properly.
Although I think that would be kind of cool, you know, someday, you know, just go find one of the Native American churches, be like, hey, I'd like to test it out, so bring on the drugs. Let's see this.
I want to get spiritual, so can you hook me up?
Yeah, puff, pass, come on. Bring it this way. Let's see, there's a few things. Oklahoma related. U.S. Attorney's Office, Northern District of Oklahoma, will host a media roundtable discussion in partnership with the Muskogee Creek Nation. Let's see, what else? What was? Pull that all the way up. With the Muskogee Creek Nation's Attorney General's Office, Tulsa County District Attorney's Office, and Tulsa Police Department today. The discussion will cover the record number of federal indictments from August, coordination between law enforcement and prosecutorial teams, and the continued provision of public safety following the Supreme Court's McGirt decision. God damn. I don't know what's worse, the fact that this is all stems from a pedophile or that his name is McGirt.
Yeah, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
It's a great name. What are you talking about?
No, Terry, just no. I mean, it feels like it almost feels like I'm trying to burp when I'm saying dirt.
But if it's got something to do with a pedophile, they should hang out on Twitter. Did you see the woman got banned from Twitter for reporting child porn?
No, but I heard about it. Like when I saw Sinatra tweeting about it before monkeying them,
right?
I was like, nope, I'm just steering clear. I'm sure everybody else can block and report.
Oh, yeah,
I don't want to go anywhere near that.
I didn't look into it too far, but it was funny because I saw the thing saying Twitter likes child porn. If you don't believe me, here's proof. It's like, yeah, I don't think I should click that. And
yeah,
then
I'll take your word from it over here.
What's that?
It's like, yeah, I'll take your word from it over here.
Yeah, and then the next day, or maybe like later the same day, I see her saying that no, someone else was saying that she got suspended for reporting it, and that the account was still up, the child porn account.
I would believe it, yeah.
And then now she's got her account back and the child porn has been removed. I think, too much pressure. It became too visible, so they had to actually do something. But no, that was both hilarious and horrific all at the same time. It's like, how do you ban someone for reporting child abuse?
Yeah, nothing surprises me anymore.
Oh,
No,
shit.
problem, isn't it?
I'm still on Indians. I was looking at something else because there's a Oklahoma City Indian clinic caught my eye, and it's just them, want you to, stay current on your vaccinations. And I just realized something. It's like, I'm 31 years old. I don't get a Tdap booster shot every 10 years.
I haven't been injected with anything as of recent.
I don't go to doctors, so chances of me getting any injections are pretty low.
Yeah, apparently you're supposed to get recommended to have 1 dose of Tdap followed by a TD booster every 10 years. So
I'm gonna have to go to the doctor at some point coming up because my financial advisor said I should get insurance, like health insurance, and they're gonna want to make sure that I'm healthy enough to actually insure. So I'll find out all the horrible things I've been neglecting for the last 20 years.
well, here's the funny thing for me. I try to get in with like the primary care at my local Indian clinic to see about getting a physical done. I'm over 30 now, haven't had a physical done in a while. Get the blood tests and all that stuff, see how much I've wrecked my body in these past 3 decades.
Hmm.
I was actually going to see about getting healthy with all this coof shit when it first started.
Yeah, no.
Like see about quitting the smoking the cigarettes finally. See about maybe doing more than like 1 crunch in the morning when I go to roll out of bed.
No.
And because of COVID, they're like, yeah, primary care. You have to call in, get on a list because we're trying to take care of everybody else that was already here.
No,
So maybe by the time they have a vaccine, that actually works, maybe by then I'll be able to get into, see how long before I die.
I hold the view that if I don't go to the doctor, they can't diagnose me with anything, so I can't get sick. It's just logic.
That is some stage 4 logic right there, Terry.
I had never thought of that.
Oh, I thought about it years ago. Problem was I was still in kindergarten, and nurses could actually strap me to the chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently the whole apple a day thing, it doesn't work even if you throw it at them.
They get good at dodging. Enough people do it.
Let's see.
Well, I mean, now that it is official that she's the VP pick, I am looking forward to all of the Tulsi debate stuff being thrown back up.
Oh, hell yeah. That's definitely going to be all over Twitter. Anytime Kamala posts anything, there's going to be like 5 people replying with, remember this?
I'm looking forward to that first debate.
And of course, Pence is trending because they're talking VPs.
Well, maybe it's got something to do with English currency.
No. You forget I'm looking at the trending tab for an American.
Right. And
Willie Brown is trending.
Oh gosh. It's
Willie Brown is who gave her the job, so to speak.
Well, I mean, she gave him the job, and then he gave her the job. But yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Despite all the problems with Kamala Harris, I still think that the correct answer to Ryan Long's question of who has nicer tits,
Kamala
Elizabeth
Harris,
Warren or
definitely.
Kamala Harris, is still Kamala Harris.
There's 20 something years of less gravitational effects.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not even a contest. It was like, as soon as I heard the question, it's like, well, obviously Kamala.
Oh, definitely, she wins bras down.
It's if you get a chance, you should watch the Ryan Long clip where he asks that question to people on the street, because that is hilarious.
I've gotten through quite a few of his more recent videos. I haven't got to any of his like man on the street stuff yet.
Well,
I watched.
Ryan Long is the guy that did that racist, anti-racist. Yeah, the woke and racist best friends.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and then those two guys, they did another one where it was like a Trump supporter and anti-Trump supporter. How they realized that it made their lives easier just to quit thinking and just go based off of
either
what Trump said, either for
blindly
or
agreeing or blindly opposing everything Trump does. Yeah, that was actually the first one they did. Like that, well, not the first, but that was before the woke and racist one.
I liked when he had one where he was like he was playing like a video journalist or whatever, and he was selling clips to both like CNN and Fox News.
He's just all in
the title of it,
and in the editing, he like takes the footage of the protest and where the protesters are being violent, he sells that to Fox, and where the police are retaliating, he sells that to CNN. Yeah, Ryan Long is very, very funny guy. I glad that I found his channel. It's
here's some native news, Johnny. Federal agency to reopen 53 Native American schools on September 16th. The Bureau of Indian Affairs announced on Friday it will reopen 53 Bureau of Indian Education schools across 10 states to the maximum extent possible, despite fears over COVID-19, according to NBC.
I wonder how the infection rates are affecting the reservation.
I'm sure it's just a small pox.
They probably got people at the borders be like, okay, no white people in this time.
See, this is why I don't do puns, guys. Nobody appreciates them. I try, and Johnny just moves right past it like he didn't even see it.
I missed that altogether. Like it was F-16 territory. So up and over my head.
I said, I'm sure it's just a small pox.
Gotcha.
I remember in one of Jack Gunsky's streams, Frosted came up with the invention of blankets with small pictures of black people on them. So it could be a small pox blanket.
Ah, I see what he did there. Gotcha.
Nice.
Now, neither of you guys keep up with the whole IBS stuff, do you?
Not at all.
Nope.
I don't really either, but for some reason, apparently, people are talking about Wreck-It Ralph or whatever his name is.
Oh, you mean just released the sex tape, Ralph?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, just released the sex tape, Ralph.
Oh my god. Why? Like on purpose?
I guess.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I will not be watching that.
There is no YouTuber that I would want to see a sex tape of. Not one.
I don't know. I'm sure I could find some good looking ladies on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they wouldn't post. Yeah, but you wouldn't be thinking of them as a YouTuber doing it. They'd be, an OnlyFans person doing it at that point.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
Wait,
strictly
did Ralph
speaking-
set up an OnlyFans? Is that where this came from?
Oh
'Cause
God.
All I know is that he shared it, and it is
he shared it again on purpose.
yes.
But my point is, like, technically, Roaming Millennial / Lauren Chen is a YouTuber, and there's plenty of people who'd see a sex tape with her in it.
How many times do I have to tell you that I'm not Jack, Terry?
I'll have you know that no one picked up my joke from Monkey in the Morning last night.
I hadn't got through all of it yet. So
Well, when Jack came in, I'm like, "Oh, hey, look, it's the Hate Camel."
Oh no!
No one said a thing.
If I was paying attention to chat when you said it, I would have, laughed and congratulated you on it. But no, I had it playing in the background. I wasn't reading chat, so yeah.
Random naked yoga doesn't count. That is for educational purposes only. Okay. And yeah, the same with like the anal bleaching and all stuff. That's educational. It's not meant for fapping. Get your mind out of the gutter, sir.
Strictly speaking, you can jack off to anything if you want. I mean,
yeah, it just depends on your level of motivation.
Yeah, I mean, as long as someone somewhere is jacking it, you can call that fat material. So, ironically, Random, I feel like that joke was kind of a stretch too.
Oh, I see. You guys at least acknowledge his puns. Okay.
Well, his are written down, so I like it doesn't matter if I miss when it's said. There's a transcript.
Yeah. And I'm going on, 2 hours of sleep. So you're expecting me to.
Oh, fatigue is not an excuse, Johnny.
Oh, it's definitely an excuse.
Mr. Dax, on the other hand, that is hilarious.
Yeah, you don't want to get a cramp mid fap.
No, that would be awful. But Mr. Dax is really, really funny. He's like his comments in chat is like when he's trying to be funny, he's hilarious.
Yeah, I think Johnny's on the right track there with the whole Jack deal. Instead of trying to prove that I'm him, you should try and prove that he's me. You should start, exporting this conspiracy to him directly, Terry.
I think I've mentioned it to him. I mean, when you've both been on stream together in your malicious attempt to hide the truth, I made the jokes then, so I'm pretty sure Jack is aware of the fact that he's actually you.
How can we maliciously being attempting to hide the truth when you just acknowledge both of us?
Well, both accounts.
Wouldn't there be like an echo or something?
Well, I'm not saying that you're not talented at the technical side of things.
No, I am. I'm saying it.
Yeah, because you're covering up for the fact that you're secretly running two accounts. That's exactly what someone who's trying not to be outed as secretly Jack would say. They would say that they're not gifted with the technology so people don't suspect anything.
I'm just so proud that Terry thinks I have NSA level capability, computer skills to pull off this charade. And I'm for the life of me, I'm still trying to figure out whatever gave him that impression.
Well, it's the only way the conspiracy theory works. And as any good conspiracy theorist will tell you, if reality doesn't match your conspiracy theory, reality is the one that's wrong.
Of course.
Exactly, Mr. Dax, exactly. It says if the reptilian Illuminati can project a holographic moon over the flat Earth, they can also remove echo from audio. That is exactly right.
Yeah, I've been fighting this battle for 3 years, Johnny, and I'm just starting to realize I'm never going to win this.
No, you're pretty much stuck. So I found out today, because I went to go visit my kids. I found out my son is an inch taller than me and 100 pounds lighter.
Okay.
Like, he is gonna get to the point where he can just completely obliterate me if he ever wanted to.
Stay on his good side.
Better start, learning how to use that center of gravity now, Johnny.
Well, actually, coincidentally, I got a
better learn a good hip toss or something. That's all I'm saying.
I got a 3-month Taekwondo lesson that I won out of a raffle.
No,
all right,
good.
that's good for kicking. Okay, yeah.
Actually, my legs are the strongest part of me, so that'll be good.
Might ought to supplement that with some judo or some Muay Thai, something like that.
Yeah,
I think you should get the Joe Rogan version, Taekwondo.
Well, that is what he used to do, was Taekwondo back in the day. He was a Taekwondo champion.
Mm-hmm.
On news radio, the character Joe Rogan played came up with Taekwondo, and then I can't remember if he came up with Jiu-Jitsu or Taekwondo, and he was very offended when someone called it the other thing.
Oh, that's one of the things. I need to go back and watch news radio. I haven't seen it in forever.
It's a great show.
It was, yeah. I just like hearing the stories from behind the scenes when he has like Dave Foley or somebody on, and they end up talking about like Phil Hartman.
Yeah. The 5th season of News Radio gets a lot of shit because Phil Hartman's not in it, and it's not as good as the other 4. But
I mean, it's also not his fault he's not in it either. I mean,
I've got a soft spot for John Lovett, so I didn't mind his replacing Phil Hartman. It's like
wasn't exactly planned, so
no. But John Lovitz didn't try and play a similar character to Phil, which I appreciated. It was just a totally new guy that they wanted to try and keep the show running, so they just came up with some new character. It didn't work. That was the final season, but there were some good episodes in season 5. I would never put it on the level of the first 4, but it's not as bad as its reputation.
I just like that joke Dave Foley made, like the Emmys after Phil died. And like the last time he was ever going to be up for an Emmy for news radio, and David Hyde Pierce won it for Frasier. He's like, he just looks over at the other guys like, the fuck's he got to do to win?
Yeah, usually when someone dies, they get an award just for having died. What's his face? Heath Ledger got the award for playing the Joker, mostly because he died. Like if he
all right, well, hold on, Johnny, IMDb. I hope you're there.
Yep.
What movies was he up against for Best Supporting Actor? Because I don't remember any of them.
No, I've got an idea.
Who?
When Heath Ledger won Best Supporting Actor,
Okay.
who was he up against?
But I reckon that if he was still alive, he wouldn't have won by default. They would have at least looked at the other candidates.
Well, wasn't that also like the first time a comic book movie character got an Oscar?
Yes, it was, and that says a lot.
I mean, for something other than like special effects, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look.
that's why I say he got it for dying, is because the Oscars has a very clearly established type of movie that they like, and it is not anything to do with Batman.
Okay, so he was up against Michael Shannon in Revolutionary Road,
Never saw it.
Philip Seymour Hoffman in Doubt,
Did see it, but
Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder,
Oh, okay.
and Josh Brolin in Milk.
The only one I see him having any contest there would have been Robert Downey Jr.
Well, I think you're making the mistake of judging it by what you like and not what the Academy has been known to like.
Oh no, definitely. I mean, if he were still alive, they probably would have went with Josh Brolin or Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is he got the award because he died? Basically, it was a sort of a gesture, because given the Academy's previous standards.
Actually, I'd take that back. It would have either been like Josh Brolin or Michael Shannon, because let's face it, nobody's seen Revolutionary Road. I don't think at all. Nobody outside of the Academy.
Well, yeah, that's what the major issue is. Like, they don't even, like, most of the movies that they have nominated haven't even come out by the time they get the awards.
Yeah, but also the fact that no one saw it makes it more likely to win an Oscar, because that's the kind of shit that the Academy likes. And Kyler says the Academy only likes garbage.
I do like those like hypothetical scenarios, like a historical, counterfactual, whatever. Because I think Heath Ledger still would have won, just on the basis of it was unlike that character was unlike anything he'd ever done before, and it was also done in a way that nobody else had done the character before. It's an iconic character.
Maybe I'm just being cynical. But
oh no, your cynicism is probably very well justified.
But I reckon the simple fact that it was a comic book movie would automatically take Heath Ledger out of the running if he was still alive when that award was granted.
Yeah.
I mean, but you also had like Christopher Nolan directing, and you had it based somewhat in more realistic terms than any previous iteration of Batman. So I think it would have had at the very least it would have had a fighting chance if he were still on this side of the dirt.
And Mr. Dax says there's a lot of backstage politics involved. Oh, definitely.
Yeah. This is the same year that Slumdog Millionaire won the most awards.
I still haven't watched that either.
No, I haven't seen it.
And I used to really like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
I used to like that show too. I like the guy who hosts it in Australia, because he's like this big meathead. He's like he's more famous for running a football club than anything else, really. And like they just got him to host this show. Like he can't even talk properly half the time.
It would be hilarious if he was also like like a meathead savant. Like he sounds almost like indecipherable talking, but if you just give him this, put him in the chair, like A, B, C, or D.
Yeah.
Just watch him win a million over and over and over.
He's like, who wants to be a millionaire? And it's like, what the fuck's a millionaire? He kind of, but yeah, he's like, I forget the name of the football club that he runs, but that's what his claim to fame is. He's like, he's a football manager.
Waiting for Della's response in chat. He said he saw Slumdog. Well, part of it, he was on a date. And then he says, pretty dick.
I think he means decent.
I think so. So Della got laid. That's good. Okay. You remember like back in the day when, well, maybe not you, Terry, because you don't ever go anywhere. But Johnny, you remember back in the day, like being a single dude, chick would invite you over, or you'd invite a chick over to watch a movie. you just sit there and like see what kind of movie they pick, you know. Or conversely, if you're inviting a chick over, what kind of movie do you pick? I've had some of those situations where it turned out, like, hey, that's a damn good movie. Oh, and I'm also, getting a little bit. Okay, cool. I had one that turned out like she picked a. You ever see Johnny? You're a punk kid. You ever see SLC Punk?
Yes.
I hate that movie with a passion.
I fell asleep during that movie.
Well, like the same chick who invited me over to watch that had invited me over to watch the Boondock Saints. Like, I don't remember exactly how old it. When did the Boondock Saints come out? It wasn't very old at that point. It couldn't have been more than a couple years. I don't think.
99.
Okay, it came out in 99. Okay, so it's about 5 years old, 6 years old, around that point. 4 or 5. Yeah, I'd never heard of it before. So we sat down and watched that. Great movie, laughed my ass off, and end up getting her naked. Well, next time she invites me over, she puts on SLC Punk, and I'm thinking, all right, sex in a show. This is cool. And we're watching this movie, and I was like, this is fucking bullshit, man. Like, this movie just sucks.
I have not seen it.
And it was almost so bad I was willing to leave without getting any sex.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I just looked at her afterwards. I was like, all right, I sat through this entire thing. Take your fucking clothes off. Like, this is definitely more work than I intended to put in here tonight.
I passed out. I think it was 15 minutes into the movie, and my friend had a huge party, so there was like maybe 15 people there.
I love how in Montana that's considered huge.
Yeah, like 15, 15 to, for high school, yeah. Like, 15 to, it was like 15, 20 minutes into the movie, all of a sudden you just hear, and like, I'm just out, unconscious. And then I woke up to people crying. I'm like,
was I snoring that loud? Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Did I miss something? Like,
people were actually crying because of the end of that movie?
Yeah.
What kind of fucking pussies do you live around, dude? The only emotion that movie engendered in me was just unfiltered rage that I'd wasted like an hour and a half of my time.
Yeah. I've not seen either of the movies being discussed. I've not seen the Boondock Saints or Slick Punk.
Yeah, SLC Punk says based in Salt Lake City, Utah. Matthew Lillard is the main character.
Okay.
And he's him and his buddy Heroin Bob. They grow up in the punk scene in Salt Lake City.
Well, I will avoid it. I mean, I was going to avoid it from never having heard of it, but I can continue avoiding it. That sounds like a good plan.
Boondock Saints, on the other hand, that one I would recommend. That's a pretty good movie. You should check it out if you ever get a chance.
It's,
were they ever going to make a third one?
Boondock Saints?
Yeah. Like they made the second one, and I was really hoping if they did make a third one, they'd make it before Billy Connolly dies.
It looks like they have an origins planned.
Wait, wasn't the first one the origin?
I don't know. It says Boondock Saints Origins. It's like an episode 0 type of thing. It's in development.
Bob ODing was the best part of that fucking movie, Foogie. That told me that we were getting to the end.
Yeah, that's the end of the movie. Like
I still listen to fucking Matthew Lillard for like another 5 minutes after that.
Yeah, Bob ODs. Matthew Lillard feels bad. sees a strung out Devon Sawa on the road and feels even worse.
And decides to go to law school and be just like his daddy.
Yep.
The fucking sellout.
Until the sequel in 2016.
Oh, no, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Oh. You know, I was sitting here thinking, like, they couldn't have made it any worse. But then I forgot. Sequels.
You can always make it worse. There's no limit to how bad things can get.
Oh, you've got to be shitting me.
Do they have a plot synopsis for us, Johnny? You want to read that out?
No, it just says a young punk's odyssey.
That's it?
That's it. And okay, there's no Matthew Lillard, so that's a smart move on his part. But it looks like Heroin Bob is back.
Zombie Punk Jesus has returned, folks. That movie was just hot garbage. Is it like a flashback sequence or something? Does like somebody take a drug or something that causes him to show up like their spirit guide, like Wayne's World 2?
No, apparently, yeah, it is. Oh, that's one. What, two? There's Devon Sawa there.
Maybe I should try and recreate history. Just like have the girlfriend sit down and watch both of them, get really mad, and just look at her and be like, "Take your fucking clothes off."
Let me explain to you how this is going to go down. Yeah. I am going to take a look on the Wikipedia. Maybe there's a.
I'm curious how they're going with this.
Let's see.
Cynic says, nah, it's Bob's son.
Bob's son?
They never mentioned him having a bastard baby in the first one. This isn't canon.
Yeah, no, that's.
I mean, the guy wouldn't even take aspirin. Are you going to tell me that he was going to go in for a penicillin shot because he was raw dogging it all the fucking time? No. I'm not buying it, sir.
Okay, plot. Ross, the child of Trish and Heroin Bob, having been conceived shortly before Bob's drug overdose, has been raised by Trish alone above her steampunk curio and clothing boutique. As a result of his mother's adoration of the macabre, as well as his immersion into the concept of death at a young age, he develops into Victorian goth. Despite his obvious
God, it does get worse.
Despite the obvious affiliation, Ross insists that he is part of no social cliques, which is stressed even further when he states that despite a lifelong abstinence from drugs, alcohol, and sex, he is not straight edge either.
So he's all boring, is what you're saying.
No, it gets better. Apart having his heart broken by his first girlfriend, Ross attempts to drown his sorrows, as well as his lifelong espousal that romantic love is trivial, with the aid of beer and liquor in an attempt to further help him take his mind off of things. He also begrudgingly goes on a road trip to a punk rock concert with his only friend Crash, as well as Crash's friend Penny. Ross has a low opinion of punks despite his association with them, and as Crash and Penny are punk rockers, as was his father. So this is a coming-of-age douchebag story. It is. Yeah.
It just sounds like a character on would want to reach through the TV screen and punch.
Yeah, and then
I'll pass.
Machine Gun Kelly is the friend. If you know who that is.
The 1920s gangster?
It's some rapper dude, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, zero interest in watching that, even if I was promised sex afterwards. So.
Well, I think I'm gonna have to call it because I have got some stuff to do before I have to go to work.
Alrighty.
What?
Well, it was fun hanging out.
Yeah, we didn't have much today, so it's just a BS stream mostly.
Well,
As opposed to
we have relevant topics to talk about typically.
Hey, we hit IndiansWithAZ.com and IMDb.
We have fulfilled the Pow-wow
obligations. Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
And we even discussed the conspiracy of Camel and Jack being the same person. I think we hit all the necessary notes.
I think the only thing we have left is to get back to inviting James Woods.
Yeah, we haven't invited him to one of the game streams in a while, have we?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Well, I've been.
Hey, Johnny, before we go, somebody posted a map, a GIF map of U.S. native land laws from 1776 to 1930. Just showing, this big red map just getting progressively smaller and smaller. I like somebody replied, now do one for immigration since 1965.
Yeah.
I just thought that was funny.
That one I want. That you'll have to send that to me.
If only we had built a border wall back in the 1400s.
There you go.
Oh, great! Now it refreshed, so I got to find it again. You want to go ahead and end the stream, or you want to wait for this?
No, I'll end it.
Well, right. Take it easy, chat.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Thanks, Terry.
See you later, everyone.
And I'll see you guys later.
Oh, looks like he's gone. So I suppose.
Wrong
there
button.
Wrong button, huh?
Yep.